we did everything possible that we could have done. The doctors always said, would use the word perfect. They always use the word perfect. It's perfect pregnancy. The perfect pregnancy could go wrong.
Devin Anderson is a Washington, D.C. native on a mission to heal and make an impact on fathers in the district. In October of 2019, Devin's life changed forever.
I went to a lot of her doctor's appointments, and the doctors always said, would use the word perfect. They always use the word perfect. It's perfect pregnancy. Everything's going fine.
Doctors continued to tell Devin and his wife that the pregnancy was going well, but in the third trimester, things took a sudden turn.
About a couple of days before she gave birth, she started having contractions, and then so we went to the doctor and made an appointment, and again, they did tests, and they said everything was perfect, everything was good, and that you should be delivering in a couple of days. So couple of days later, we went back to the hospital, and because it was time, the contractions were getting more intense, and it was time for the birth. And we were waiting in the waiting room, and they kind of was doing some tests, and they said that the baby's heart rate was low. They kind of rushed us into a delivery room, and they hooked up like a meter to the baby, and they said that with each contraction, the baby's heart rate was low, was very, very low. So they had to do an emergency C-section, surgery, and unfortunately, the baby didn't make it. The baby didn't make it.
After suffering the loss of his newborn son, Mateo, Devin sought out professional help for the first time in his life.
Since this was the first time that I actually seeked out any type of external help outside of my family, like therapy, and I didn't even think that I needed it. I just thought having another view, a non-biased view that's not my friends and family, and trying to say the right thing would be good for me.
Devin is the Fatherhood coordinator for the DC Healthy Start program, which provides support for new and experienced fathers or male partners who may need access to resources to support their babies and partners.
When it happened, I was actually doing classes at DC jail, and when I got back from leave and I went back to the jail and they found out what happened, a lot of the guys in the jail was so supportive. Like they were so supportive, and I think there was like a Father's Day may have went past or something like that. They was like, "Oh man, you still a father?"
While Devin is grateful to his community for being there for him, he realizes that not many men have the same support that he had. The advice he gives is to seek out support when you need it.
I'll say, take some time to really evaluate how you're, feeling, and don't be secluded with your thoughts. Make sure to, talk about it to people who you trust, whether family or friends, and to get out and get moving. I was fortunate, but those out there who may know somebody who may have went through the same thing, it's definitely good to just ask how they're doing, and to give them the support. Me being have experienced it, I can really take that and say, hey, I know how it feels. If you need any help, I'm here for you. This is maybe how I navigated it. Maybe this will work for you.
A year after Devin lost his son, the COVID-19 pandemic hit. The lockdown made coping with bereavement very difficult for many. Anderson picked up new hobbies and continued to do what he loves.
I've done music production. Right now I'm in film production. I do audio, boom sound, camera work, and drone video for some film projects that I'm working on. Also DJ and do photography.
Devin also stresses the importance of men slowing down in life.
Sometimes we work too much, and we work ourselves to death, and we're trying to provide, and we have to have a good work-home balance. And if that work balance is off, then you gotta see that whether you love it or not. You gotta cut some things back.
Surveys show that nearly 60% of men won't see a doctor even if they have a serious health problem. Along with focusing on your mental health, Anderson is calling on all men to take care of their physical health and schedule routine health appointments.
I feel like it's really important for men, especially especially men of color. We're at the top of most of the statistics. Making sure that you eat healthy and exercise. Exercise can release some of those endorphins. Going to the doctors at least twice a year, every 6 months, along with the dentist, and yeah, just making sure that your overall health, both physically and mentally, is well.
Through Devin Anderson's adversity, Anderson remains steadfast in his work to support fathers in the district and hopeful that all men stay healthy in order to live long lives and be there for their families.
If you feel sick, it's nothing wrong with wearing a mask. It's nothing wrong with going to get a COVID test just to make sure. Getting the COVID vaccine is also a good thing, and then stick around for your family and your children. Because fathers are needed in the equation.